Good morning and welcome to the More Laughing in the Morning show. I am your host, comedian Allison Moore. Today is Thursday. Listen, we got a jam-packed show for today, and I'm just so excited about it because I don't know about y'all, but I need it. I need to wake up laughing. I need to wake up with some inspiration. I need to wake up motivated, and so that's what we're here for. Yay! So thanks for stopping by. If you will, for me, please share and like and comment. Let us know that you're here. Do a little heart or something. If you're a secret watcher, just a little wink. Just a little something, something. Go ahead, grab your coffee. Well, we got theme music. Let's see if I can get this to play this morning because I got a lot of stuff. I'm so excited. Okay, hold it. Wait. Just focus. Focus, Allison.
It's time to get, it's time to get, it's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up. I'm up. Come on. I'm up.
Calm down is when I dance in.
In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. And the only time I'm down is when I'm dancing. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy.
And the only time I'm down is when I dance in.
In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. And the only time I'm down is when I'm dancing. In my back, in my back, in my back now. In my back, in my back, in my back now. In my back, in my back, in my back now. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. So come on, everybody, get up.
And we are back. We made it. We made it another day. We made it another day. All week we've been talking about overcoming loss. And today is Thursday. On Thursday we get into the real on relationships. And so I am super excited about today's show because we're going to be attacking and looking at overcoming the loss of a loved one. We're thriving through grief, y'all. Grief. It's a whole real thing out here in these streets, and they be trying to take a sister down. And so I'm really excited about having a certified grief counselor on today during this time next year segment. Also, we got y'all favorite nosy neighbor out here perusing the parking lot. So I'm sure she'll stop by and give us the hot tops on Virginia. And then, of course, we got some coffee and coronacation that we're going to get into. Just a little bit to get into. The More Laughing in the Morning show is your morning cup of lifestyle, motivation, and comedy. And I, being your host, I am Virginia's comedian. I am your conference's coffee. I am a very real motivational speaker out here in these streets. I am also the coolest cornball you will ever meet. And I am everybody hype girl. Hey. I am so excited about hyping you up, hyping me up, especially on today. Because still we rise, y'all. I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, I'm up. Okay. I made it another day. Okay. We made it from yesterday. We are here, y'all. We are here. I know they're trying to take us out. But they can't let us, we can't go out like that, y'all. We can't let nobody take us out. We got to keep going. And especially those people who are living through and dealing with and learning how to thrive despite grief. And grief is a very ugly monster. I don't know about y'all, but it has been triggering me. Oh, I lost my parents. And it could be a bee, bzz, but I'm like, bzz, I miss my mama. Like, I be going down, and especially with all that's going on right now in the world, it's just really hard. And your girl is going through, lean in. I'm going through some real life stuff, y'all. Real life. Some grown people stuff. Y'all know my kids be giving me the squeaky chair. That's just wrong. I don't think they like me. That's okay. I don't like them either. So I'm going through some real life stuff, and it's just different things for me that kind of triggers. If my mama was here, then I wish my mama was here so I wish my mama was here. People turning on the news is depressing. Being here is depressing. It's just hard out here in the streets. And so I found myself this season particularly realizing that I may not be as actively working through my grief as I could be. And I want to. By this time next year, I don't want grief to be taking me down. Grief is real. Grief happens, right? But there are ways that we can work through the grief. And so I'm like, I'm building up the nerve. I gotta come over here because I don't want to live these unhealthy, poisonous. I don't want to stay in this space that doesn't allow me to be my best and to thrive. So I'm really excited about our grief counselor because she be taking the sister down, y'all. I had to cut that video a little bit because the sister was about to cry, but whatever. We'll get there. Look, let's move into this coffee and coronacation, all right? So coffee and coronacation is obviously the segment where we look at current events and trending news. We talk about it over coffee here during this period of our most challenging time. This is where we have named this coronacation time period. And it's hard out here in the streets. Y'all, this Chet gonna irritate me. Hold it. Where is Chet? Chet is my invisible man. Where is Chet when I need him? Hold it. How y'all doing today? Wait, hold it. Shh. Okay, hold it. I'm coming. Oh my God. They tried to set me up, man. Why they give me the squeaky chair? Then watch y'all be like, I didn't even hear the chair. Well, just take my word for it. It was squeaking. When I moved my chair, one of my shriblets got out of place. Did my shriblets move? Am I straight? We good? Chat? Makeup? Thank you. I think all my chairs squeaky. Let's get into this coffee and coronacation. All right. Mississippi State egregious spending. Yo, did y'all hear about Mississippi? I'm so daggone disappointed in Mississippi. I don't know what in the world to do. So apparently Mississippi, hold on, I got my teleprompter. Mississippi has, this just makes my head explode. So audit uncovers $94 million of misspending of the welfare money. Now, first of all, in case you didn't know, not everybody on welfare is black, okay? Okay, because there's some people who believe that welfare is only for black people. That's the most retarded thing ever in life. You got this many black people compared to everybody else. Why you think that? Okay. Anyway, I'm not doing that. Welfare has some of everybody, but it's people in low income. How you gonna take the money from the people with the low income? Make me sick. God, to be more careful. So anyway, so the Mississippi State Auditor released a report that $94 million has been given to. Do you want to know who? You might already know. Do y'all know? Tell me if y'all already know this stuff so we can talk about it. Talk about it. Listen. $94 million has been given to NFL players, lobbyists, and pro wrestlers. Wrestlers. That's a whole nother song. I'm like, for real? This coronacation time period is exposing everything. You understand what I'm saying? Everything coming out. I'm looking around my own life like, okay, what else? In my own life, actually. Everything is coming. Like, things are changing. Things are changing, y'all. It's terrible. It's tragic. It's traumatic. But let's lean into it. And let's just get all of this ugly out. Let's just get it out. You know, when you do like one of those really good big cleans that it gets way messier before it gets clean. Let's just do that. Just put everything in the middle of the floor and just wash down the walls, baseboards. Let's just clean house everywhere and just ask for grace and wisdom, patience while we all go through this. This is ridiculous. I'm so irritated with Mississippi because I'm like, first of all, y'all should be doing, like, pause. How come I knew how to, when I was putting in the little thing here, Mississippi State egregious spending, when I was doing that, first of all, you see all of them letters. Okay. I spelled that the first time out without even having to use the spell check. But why did I know how to spell Mississippi before I even knew how to spell Virginia? I didn't even know. Like, there's a song, MISSISSIPPI, which I still have to sing almost 40 years old in order to get through all of the letters. But why was that so important? It's like everybody, all children, or maybe it's just in Virginia, I don't know. Maybe it's just in Hampton. It's the only public school system I went to. But all of us had to learn how to spell Mississippi with a song. What is that about? It has absolutely nothing to do what we're talking about here. So because of which, let's move on. Listen, justice. Continuing the conversation of all of the race relations and everything that's been going on here lately, I am so excited to talk about some good news. So Minneapolis charges 3 more officers. So for those of you who know, who should be everybody, Mr. George Floyd was murdered in cold blood by a police officer. One, he was charged with 3rd-degree murder. And then there were 3 other officers that were right there and they weren't charged. Protests began. People this is an example of why this life didn't matter. The lack of seriousness that many of us felt like that the Minneapolis Police Department or the whole world was taking as a result of how this man died. And so we saw on the news yesterday, so excited about, these other 3 officers being charged, and the officer that killed George Floyd that charge was upgraded from 3rd degree to 2nd degree murder. So it's a little drop in the bucket, but it is obviously an important drop in the bucket for multiple reasons. A, it is pushing that weight of accountability on officers, on people to say, okay, gone are the days that we can just take the lives of certain people and think that it doesn't matter, it's practice or it's for sport or whatever. No, we take this serious, and more people are coming together. I'm seeing so many big brands that are sharing these messages, which is great. We'll take it. We'll take these messages, and then we want to follow up and see Black people in positions of leadership in these organizations. And we're step by step, day by day. Okay, sorry, you ain't asked for that. You ain't asked for that. Listen, so I'm excited about this. And I'm sure that you are too, because regardless of what color you are, you know that there's been disparity in treatment here. And so seeing justice happen, seeing our efforts and are being paid off, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. We're still grieving with his family and friends, but we're excited about these new steps that are coming. So I need a better ending. That was so ridiculous. I am such a cornball. I don't even know. Like, in my mind, I'd be like, yo, you so smooth. And then I'm like, no, you're not. Not at all. That was not smooth. This was not smooth. Somebody help. Chat. Makeup. Moving on. All right, so listen. As you know, this week our theme is Overcoming Loss, the Real on Relationships Thursday. And we're talking about thriving through grief. I am so excited about you watching this time next year segment. So This Time Next Year segment is all about you and I talking with industry experts, interesting people, and we're gleaning from these conversations so that for ourselves, we can begin to apply different things towards our own goals with where we want to be this time next year. We are goal setters, goal getters. Like, yo, how I was yesterday, I don't want to be like this time next year. Trust me. I do not. I gotta go. But you can't, if you just stay in your little circle, if you stay in the same circle, you cannot expect, or you can expect to not grow. You can expect not to grow. We'll fix it in the edit. You're right, this is live. So on today's This Time Next Year segment, we have Nannette Washington, who comes on and chats with me about. I just played a video. Dang on, let me play the video. Hold it. I gotta play the video. Hold it. Y'all be making me nervous. Wait. Hush.
Is here, the queen is hey. Miss Washington, thank you so much, and welcome to the More Lapping in the Morning show. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
We need you to help those of us who have experienced loss and are just trying to live and thrive through it. And so some of my questions for you are really revolved around how in the world do we process grief? I mean, I know it's not a cookie cutter situation, but give us permission, or talk to us about giving ourselves permission on how, to process the griefs that we've experienced.
I'm glad you actually said that it's not a cookie cutter situation, because so many people are told that there's stages of grief and that you go through all these different stages one at a time. And then once you get through all the stages, you're fine. And that is so not the case. Grief is there's no pattern to grief. It's like, instead of stages, it's waves. And so you can have emotions, all kinds of emotions happen all at the same time. And so it's not like you go through anger and then you go through denial and then you go through acceptance. It doesn't happen that way. You have several emotions happening all at the same time, and it's just tumultuous to everyone that's going through the process. But if you do the work, the grief work, then you can begin to see the healing. It's all about the work that you put into it. It's not about just, going through these stages and then all of a sudden you're fine. It's about the work that you put into it.
Okay, so this is so good and so helpful. So for me, I lost my father and my mother, and I process more. It's almost as if I think about them with different sides of the brain, and I had different relationships with them. My relationship with my mother being much closer, but I feel like I'm just in denial, and I've been in denial. This year will be 5 years. It's almost as if I just keep telling myself, I just haven't talked to her on the phone in a long time. And there's some things that I don't want to look at or I don't want to read. Hold on, I'm crying. Hold it, wait. Who is cutting onions in here? This is why the Lord didn't make me light skinned, because I would be walking around red face. I cry too much. Hold it, give me a minute. Oh, okay, I'm back. So I just feel like sometimes, I don't want to listen to some voicemails. I don't want to read certain letters because I don't want to feel like it's final. But I know that this is not healthy, because then I'm mad because she ain't called me. So is there something that I can do to come on here? But I don't want to come on here because I feel like, am I going to forget about her or something? I don't know. Help.
Well, what you are experiencing that's very normal. And I think that's part of the problem with a lot of grieving people. They go through all these different emotions and all these different feelings, and they believe that there's something wrong with them, like they're crazy, because they're having all these emotions that prior to the loss, they did not have. And what grieving people need to understand is that everything that you're feeling, that is normal. People experience those feelings when they go through grief all the time. The problem, why they have such a hard time with it, is because they don't understand why they feel that way. That's why the program that we administer at my church, it's really helpful, because it allows you to be in a room with a whole bunch of other people that are experiencing the same thing you're experiencing. Because one of the things that we teach is that the loss in your head, that the loss has happened. Immediately that. But in your heart, it takes your heart a long time to actually catch up to where your head knows. So if you put in that grief work to really understand what the head knows, then your heart will begin to catch up. And then that's when you can begin to move away from those feelings that you're feeling. But what you're experiencing is not uncommon. That is very normal.
Everyone's grief journey is different. It looks different.
Yeah.
Is there ever a healthy or unhealthy, is there anywhere in there to be unhealthily in an unhealthy grief place or a healthier grief place?
That is an excellent question. Being stuck in grief, that is a very unhealthy place. I did have a person to go through the Grief Share group, and his loss was 13 years old. So he was very, very stuck in his grief, because the emotions that he was showing, he was angry, and the emotions that he was showing were as if the loss happened yesterday. And he was just as angry that day as he probably was 13 years ago. And that is very unhealthy. So when you find yourself stuck in grief, and being stuck in grief, a lot of people get confused about what that looks like, because people can think, well, it's been 3 months and I'm still crying and I'm still not wanting to get out of bed and all this. And people think that could be stuck in grief. And people that haven't been through the grieving process may tell someone that that's being stuck in grief, but that's not being stuck in grief, because when your grief is fresh, you're going to go through all those emotions, and that's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to not want to get out of bed some days. It's okay to just really want to go to the gravesite or want to do things, you know, just whatever it is that you're led to do, those things are okay. But when you get years down the road and you're still like talking to your loved one, or you're still thinking that you just haven't had that acceptance that the loss has actually occurred, that's when you become stuck and you really need the assistance to get out.
Can you talk with us about how do you help someone else that's grieving or that's going through?
It's not a problem for a friend to come up to someone that's grieving and say, how can I help you? What can I do? And then the grieving person, they have a part in that as well. They have to be willing to say, this is what I need. And that's really hard for grieving people to do. Sometimes grieving people they don't want to burden anyone. And so they're like, oh, I don't need anything. I'm good. Thank you, though. When in fact, they do need things. And they could benefit from the friend doing something for them. I mean, even if it's as simple as cooking a meal or coming and sitting with them, watching TV, you know, just sitting and not talking, you know, just actually being there, their presence. But grieving people are afraid to ask for help. So they play a part in that as well. They have to be willing to ask. But for a person that's trying to help someone, just ask. You know, don't assume that you know what they need. And that you know what can help them. Just ask them what they need and let them know that you mean it, that you're not just saying that.
There's so many things that I've gathered from this interview time with you right now, and where I can apply. I mean, things that I can do to help me in my particular journey. I definitely want to find out, where are you? How can those that are listening and watching find you? Where are you, Queen? Tell me where you are. Help me.
I am happy to tell you where I am. The program that I do is called Grief Share. It's a nationwide program, but the program that I facilitate is at Bethel Temple Church. You're welcome to come. We meet on Mondays at 6:30, and right now we're doing the Zoom meetings. So anybody that wants to participate can register on the Grief Share website, and then that way I can connect them with the information they need to be able to join. I've been doing this program now for about 8 years.
For all of our fans or audience that watch, not everybody have religious affiliations. Is this a program that people who don't have a Christian background or religious affiliation will feel comfortable or still should come to?
The door is welcome for anybody that wants to come in. They don't have to be a part of the church. They don't have to be saved. They don't have to be anything other than hurting and grieving, because that is what the program is about. It's about helping people that are in grief. So anybody can come. But like I said, the Grief Share website, that is the best way to get in contact. And once the person registers, then I have their information and I share my information with them. They can call me, they can email me, they can join the groups that we have, and, you know, anything that they need.
I really appreciate you so much, Queen Washington. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for getting my whole life together in my closet. I'm about to go
Let me borrow that jacket right there. How about let me borrow that jacket right there? That'll work. Yeah,
put your name on it. Okay. I think what you just did for me in my heart today and helped me, I think we can make this happen. We can definitely make this happen. Thank you so very much for your time and for hanging out with us on the More Laughing in the Morning show. And I look forward to our paths crossing again. Toodles.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so very much to Nannette Washington, y'all. My nose started itching. Y'all know when you about to cry? Well, maybe it's just me. Am I the only cry baby up here? My nose was itching. I was like, you know, because I love mama. And I don't know why this made me feel like I could stop the tear ducts. I don't know what the snot. I don't know, but I was so grateful for that time. Obviously, I try to have to edit some of it, but one of the things that she said that we can start to do so that we can work through this process by this time next year, of course, is include ourselves or find one of those grief groups, support groups, or even she talked about writing a grief letter. I thought that was pretty powerful. Write a grief letter, either expressing your needs to someone that's here or to yourself or whatever. I mean, just journaling is valuable, but let's just make sure that we are not putting that to the backside. Let's use that this moment to remember our loved ones that we lost are so valuable to us, and we have to make sure that we're going through it in a healthy way. It's going to look different, but we can still attack it in a healthy way. So I really appreciate Nannette, and I needed it, y'all. I needed it because sister going through. Listen, before we go, make sure that y'all grab yourself a Black Please hoodie or t-shirt at blackpleasecoffee.com. I know that right now, especially in Virginia, it's about 300 degrees outside, even now. So you might not be interested in a hoodie, but the hoodies are on sale for $22, and you can get ready for your fall. And then also our t-shirts, and they're only $17. So I would really appreciate that. So listen, before we go, you know I told you that she didn't even let me finish. I was trying to tell y'all that she was on her way.
Morning.
Hey, Miss Donna, you can stop pushing the button now.
I want to make sure you know I'm here.
Okay, yes, ma'am. We know that you're here. Yes.
It's a good thing I am here because it's morning time and it's beautiful out here.
It's a little toasty. I don't know how much my deodorant can handle. It's a little toasty.
Yeah, you know, I'm out here in the morning because I don't know if you knew, or the people out there knew, Hampton is on punishment.
Why?
We got a curfew.
For what?
We can and we can't play with Virginia Beach
Wait, what you mean we can't play with Virginia?
because they on curfew too.
What? When? What?
Well, you know, we all know what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And there's you know how Chris Rock used to say there was black people and there was the other thing. but see, right now we got protesters and we got looters,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so the looters is acting a fool out there at Peninsula Town Center. Ain't but 2 stores open out there, and they tried to break in them.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. So now we on punishment, I think, until I don't know, when I have to check the Hampton.gov website to see when we get off punishment. But that's what's happening right now.
Well, were you planning on going out? Because I know you was out here.
Well, I'm out here this morning.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Well, we
I only
appreciate
saw
you.
about it on the news at night after 8.
Well, why are you out here this morning?
I got to tell you this stuff.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate you. Because we need to know what's going on in Virginia.
Yes,
So.
you do. So don't be caught out here late. It ain't going to be good.
What time is the curfew?
8 o'clock,
Oh,
Hampton.
okay.
I don't know about Virginia Beach.
Okay. And the other ones, they don't have curfews?
I don't think so. They've been good. They've been good this week. They've been good. They ate all their peas this week, so they were good. All the other cities was great.
Oh, well, how about you, Miss Donna? You been good?
I tried, but it's a struggle.
All right. Well, listen. Is that it?
No.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, ma'am. What else you got?
Ooh, girl. Richmond and Governor Northern has decided to take down the biggest statue on Monument Avenue, the Robert E. Lee statue.
Really?
Yes.
So when is that happening? We talked about some statue removing at some point in my show. When is that happening?
Well, it's going to happen soon if it ain't happened already, because, people are a little sensitive about them statues. Some people say it's history, and it is history. It's Southern history. Yes, it is. For some people, it is heritage. But then for some of us, it makes us a little testy. Just a little testy.
Yes, you're right. When you say heritage and tested.
And testy. If people want to know more about, the Civil War ended, 1860 something. I'm not a history major, but most of those statues didn't even go up until right before the 1900s.
Good point.
They didn't. Why y'all wait so long? Maybe if they had been put right up after the war ended, maybe people wouldn't be so upset. But you put them up way late, and probably at the same time when black folks said, look, we've been out of slavery about 30, 40, 50 years, and we don't, wait a minute.
Yeah, black folks saying wait a minute all the way around. We just like, come on now.
And so they put that statue up now? I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but A lot of those statues were put up because of UDC. You ever heard of them?
No.
United Daughters of the Confederacy. They were real good at a campaign of putting up statues was one of the things, and you know, having a way of teaching people about Southern heritage. That was a little confusing.
Okay.
To say the least.
Well, this is. You sure you're not a history major?
I know these things, so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Listen, we appreciate you. I think that everybody on the show appreciates you for stopping by.
Yeah, I mean, just so people understand, just go read about some of this, the history of the statues and what it means. But you know, I won't be afraid to see them go. Tell you the truth.
I bet. Maybe we could do a statue of you one day.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
What would we say under it?
She's thicker than cold grits.
She's thicker than cold grits. Okay, well, thank you very much, Miss Donna, for coming by and keeping us up to speed on our hot tops and making us laugh. I can't lie.
Look at this stuff up. You know, just look it up. Look it up.
We're glad you came by. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that was our show, the More Laughing in the Morning show. We just trying to do our part. We trying to do our part with giving you something to laugh at, to be encouraged by, to be motivated with, because you and I got places to go, people to see, things to do. We're trying to grow, and I'm so glad that you chose to wake up with us. Shout out to the More Laughing in the Morning show team. Hey. Boom, blood clot. Boom, blood clot. This is why I just shouldn't ramble. Get your butt up off of here, Allison. We right around the 31-minute mark. Okay, let me go. I really appreciate you. Those of you who are grieving, I'm here with you too. I love y'all. I'm running out. I'm nervous. Okay, I gotta go. Here's the song. Y'all know me and Miss Donna gonna dance. Well, Miss Donna gonna dance. I'll be making her twerk for y'all in the morning. Peace out. Hold it. I gotta find the button. Hold it, guys. Y'all be making me nervous. Hold on. That's one button. Here go the other. Hold on. One day I'm not gonna be the technical producer. Hold on.
It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up. Come on. I'm up.
Calm down is when I dance in.
In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. And the only time I'm down is when